Hi guys, welcome back to Mario Doodles and to my third devlog of the fantasy action platformer CRUDE. Today we will discover many new things about the main character, the story of the game, and finally, at the end of the video, you will see a little bit of action. And I know guys, you came here exactly for this reason. As you know, I have started this devlog just a few weeks ago and already now I'm getting a big motivation boost from you all, my followers and subscribers. Please don't stop to like, subscribe and comment my videos. You really help me a lot and this is what keeps me going on with my devlog. So big thanks to all. You guys are really fantastic. In the last video, we have discovered how I was able to make the main character run and walk. This was a more technical part of the game, but let's see a little bit more about the story of the game. Who is that steroid-pumped huge guy in sport pants? And what is he doing in a fantasy game? I mean, a fantasy world with orcs and dragons and a guy in sport pants? How can this fit together? Let's discover this together. Usually, I spend a lot of time thinking about the story and the character design even before I start to touch the software to create the character on ZBrush and animate it in 3D Studio Max. I think in game development, planning is the most important thing, especially when you start to make a big video game. Many times when you plan on a simple piece of paper or on a sketchbook, the game is so much easier to overview. Planning and sketching is like creating a rough blueprint, and be sure that you will need to write down all your ideas because otherwise it is really easy to forget even important things. Being precise in game development is really time saving. I'm planning to make a tutorial on how to start to make a video game since many of you have asked for it. The game is located in a fantasy universe, but I like to avoid to be trapped in the same cliché or story like many other games where the hero is belonging to that world who has to save a nice princess or who has to find a big treasure chest full of money and gold. Surely there's nothing wrong to rescue a pretty girl from an evil dragon or find a lot of money. I'm pretty sure also hobbits have to pay taxes. So money is important everywhere guys, not only in our world. I want that you guys, the gamers, have a sort of connection with the main character. You should be able to identify yourself with him during the entire gameplay. This is the reason for the choice I have done. In fact, the only thing that does not belong to the fantasy universe of CRUDE is our hero himself. And now the big story twist. Are you ready guys?
I am your father.
Okay, maybe not that twisted, but still cool. The main character is a Italo-American MMA champion who fights in New York's underground fight clubs to achieve a successful reputation in the MMA environment. The name of the character is Tony De Cosimo. I like the name because Tony comes from the Italian name Antonio and it is an Americanized Italian name, and De Cosimo just sounds 100% Italian. But this is just a small detail. In fact, our hero will be known in the entire game as KOSMOS, which is his nickname in MMA fights. I like the name KOSMOS. It's a connection to De Cosimo, but in the same time, it's a Greek word, and that fits just seamless to a big, muscular guy who's wearing a Spartan helmet. By the way, I liked the body so much that I have forged with my 3D printer a little statue for my desk. It took 1 day to print, but the result is pretty cool. The great thing of having 3D models is that the majority of them can be printed. That's a fun little side hobby that I have. 1 year ago, I have also printed several skulls of the game Remote Life. By the way, you can unlock them during the game. Those are free bonuses that are ready to be printed. So, if you have a 3D printer and you like retro space shooters, maybe you can give a look to Remote Life. Let's go back to the hero's name. I have just one doubt guys. Should we call him Cosmo or KOSMOS with a final S? Please help me to decide that and write me in the comments what you think sounds better. It would be a big help for me to make the right choice. By the way, from my last video, I learned that 60% of my followers who have commented the video like the golden helmet. 30% of my followers like the skull helmet and 10% like both of them. A few of you have suggested me to use one of the helmets as a power-up helmet. What a brilliant idea, guys. I will do that. Thanks so much for such a cool idea. You see how important your feedback is. Let's go back to our game. During fights and attacks, I want that the game gives to the gamer an old arcade feeling. I like the idea of having many kind of options. So be ready for a game where you can attack from very close distance and also from bigger distances. In 3D Studio, I have set up the animation for a few punch moves. They look really cool. I have added 2 different ones so that it does not look too repetitive while you punch multiple times. I wanted also a crouch punch and also a jump punch. So let's add them. I will try to keep everything basic like the retro games that we have played as kids on our Nintendos, on the Sega Master System, on the Amiga 500 or on the Commodore 64. Having too many combos would be like in the modern games where you just press one button and the hero makes 500 moves without your control. I just dislike that, guys. In my opinion, it's the gamer who should have full control of the gameplay. So be prepared for an intense, fast-paced gameplay. For the punch moves, I made many tests and I have discovered that a low number of frames work much better than super smooth and detailed animations, for example like in cinematic platform games. It might be great for Abe's Odyssey or for Another World, which are amazing masterpieces, but in a fast-paced game, in my opinion, we can avoid all this super smooth animation. They just kill the momentum. A nice side effect is that with a lower number of frames, the game looks a bit like Ray Harryhausen's stop-motion movies. They are so cool. I'm a big fan of them. Thanks, Ray. Your Cyclops looks fantastic, and the Medusa in Clash of the Titans is just a masterpiece. What a great movie. But now, enough talk.
Enough talk.
We are looking for action, right guys? Let's make a few tests. For this purpose, I will create very quickly a victim, enemy, so that we can beat him a bit around. I go to use the software Krita. By the way, if you like to draw and want to try a digital painting software, I suggest you Krita. It's made purposely for digital painting and it's really great. And my friends, Krita is totally free. I really have loved the brushes from the first time. Krita is a very light software and it works amazingly with my Wacom Cintiq 16. Making doodles there is just relaxing and I really enjoy it every time. By the way, I use the tablet also inside ZBrush to make my doodles and my models. If you are planning to make games, I think a tablet is a must because it speeds up all your workflow. I made an informative video of tablets. If you want, go to watch it. It might help you to decide what kind of tablet to get should you be interested to buy one. Let's go back to our enemy design. I'm aiming to make a sort of walking punch ball. The character looks really funny, doesn't he? Let's make the enemy also walk. This means I go into the studio, I go to place the image on a flat plane and animate everything with cat bones to make a sort of walk cycle, or at least something that reminds a walk cycle. First step is to try a few punches. I have coded KOSMOS in the way that he walks with the arrow keys, jumps with the Z key and punches with the X key. Additionally, I have added also a button where I can decide the punch speed. This means we can punch faster or slower. Additionally, I have added a glow effect on the fist while KOSMOS is punching. This allows us to understand where exactly we have punched. Okay guys, I think everything looks fine. It's time for the first fight. Let's go! This is so cool. Look at that. Man, I can do this. I can do this all the day. Oh, flying punch. That must really hurt. I really love to be a solo game dev. It leaves me space for all this funny stuff. Guys, I have to say I love it, and I think this was really a great progress so far. Now the character can walk, run, and punch. This is great. Let me know in the comments what you think about the name. Should we call him Cosmo or Cosmos? Don't stop to motivate me, guys. Like the video and subscribe. These are just 2 clicks for you, but for me this means really a lot. And if you have time and if you think that this game deserves it, just press the share button and share the video with all your friends on social medias. This would be really awesome. By the way, even the game is just at the beginning, I have prepared the Steam page. This means if you like, you can wishlist it already now. I will put the link of the Steam store down in the description. Soon I will deliver even more progress, but in the meantime, I will upload a tutorial for you on how to start to make a video game. See you soon, my friends. Bye bye.